welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to invite you to one of Hampton's fun, kind of small town signature festivals. It's the Phoebus Spring Fling. My guests are Laura Sandford and Colleen Walker. Welcome.
Thank you.
I just love the Phoebus festivals. They're not too big, but you see everybody. It's, you've got one street blocked off and there's different things however you go, and you can walk in all the businesses. They're just a ton of fun.
All right. I mean, and this year, we really are concentrated on the children's area. I mean, so we have a lot going on down there for the families, the children, because we're going to have more like a lot of games for them, and we have Dino.
He's Lucky the dinosaur is coming.
Oh.
He's coming.
He's a full, the guy dresses up and he walks the street and they're doing an archaeological dig. Yes.
Oh, that's fun. The children's area always looks fun. Like you've had little train kind of things before, and just it's always a good time. But it's kind of at the end, so I think getting people all the way down toward it, that can take a while sometimes.
Well, with all the
There's so much
vendors
to
and
see.
stuff, yes. But that kind of keeps the things, moving through the street.
So first of all, let's talk about the date and the time, and then we'll come back to that at the end and remind people.
Okay, it's April 22nd, Saturday morning, and it starts at 10 a.m. and it goes till 5 p.m.
Okay. And people can come anytime. I will say the later in the day you come, the farther away you park.
Right.
But it's Phoebus, so you're really not very far away at any point at all.
There's wonderful parking, both city lots on County and on Lancer. Excuse me. And so there's plenty of places to park. All of the streets.
On street
Just
parking.
observe the handicap, and you won't get in trouble. So we're blessed with a lot of good parking down there.
So is there a schedule for the day, ballpark, roughly? What happens when?
Let's see what, I know 10 a.m. our stage start,
10:30. The stage at Hope Street starts with acts.
And who's going to be there? Is
We
that
have
your big
Phil.
stage?
We have Phil Poteet is starting out
Laura,
first.
I've never heard him, but
He's
everybody talks
fantastic.
about him.
He-
He's a music minister at one of the local churches, and people just love him. What does he play?
He plays just cover contemporary music, easy listening for the most part, but plays guitar and has his little setup.
That's good for the
Very nice.
morning. Start out,
A little, lower key.
Then followed by him, we have Carla Grasse, and Carla's a local singer, beautiful bluesy, big voice, and she has been with us now for many, many years. She comes at Christmas and helps us with our caroling, and she's just a lovely,
Wonderful.
lovely lady. And then in the afternoon, we have Urban Hill, who's a large name in this area, and we're very excited about that. We're working out all of our details.
And they do blues.
Yeah, pretty much jazzy blues.
Jazzy blues, and a lot that they write themselves.
Yes.
They're really interesting, and they play in Phoebus a lot.
Yes, they do.
I know,
they do.
I know that they're
And then
pretty
we also,
often.
down towards the children's area, in that area, we have Ed Colton, who is our DJ, who's been with us now for a couple of years, and he'll keep things very active down there for us. And we have our doggy parade. That's from 2 to 2:30, and the costume, they wear their little costumes, and we have judging, and that's been also a favorite. So there's an awful lot going on, but the dinosaur he's like the Pied Piper. The kids get behind him and just follow him all over, so we're real excited about him.
That
Very
should
much
be
so,
fun.
yes.
And then for the adults on the other end at some point.
Yes, at some point we do have the craft beer festival, and that kicks off right around 11 o'clock and goes until 5. We have a lot of the breweries. We have James River, Brass Cannon, Apocalypse Ale Works is coming out.
Sierra Nevada. will
Sierra
be
Nevada.
there.
I'm trying to think who else.
We'll have some cider as well for those who
That's
may want a
good.
little
Yes.
different taste. But we're excited about that. That's always popular.
Yes, for all the adults.
That's always popular. And then our expanded children's area, every year we try to add more and more to that because the kids just really come and enjoy. We have hands-on things they can do. We have games they can play, and a lot of the local folks come out and help us man that area. So we're always glad to include the community to come out and help. because they want to, and it's their town, and they're glad to be there. So
That's great. So we have vendors or crafts or anything?
Yeah, I was going to say all handmade goods, and we have, what is it, almost 60 vendors coming out this year.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
this is huge for us.
Right, and then we have, 7 food vendors, and food, food.
Along with our restaurants, of course, will be open. And
Now, you both own businesses in Phoebus.
Right.
You're there all the time. Your doors are open. What is it about Phoebus? You've both been there quite a while now.
Yeah, Palace Jewelers has been there since the early 90s, and it's just, word of mouth, and people think of it as a safe area. They come out, and with the help of the city this year, we put up all the street lights going down the first block, so it makes it a more festive outdoor area looking, and that's what brings everybody, just keeps coming back.
And Laura, you've been there a while too.
well, I've been there a long time. My father started Robert's Antiques in 1969, so I pretty much grew up down there. It's just, I tell people that my card just goes to Phoebus. So
Why? Why should people come to Phoebus for the festival or any time?
It's unique, and it's you turn onto the street and it's wow, what's going on down here? This is so attractive and a small town, and I think that's, and walkable. It's extremely walkable. In the evenings now, with the number of restaurants we have, some of the businesses I'm included are starting to talk about staying open a little bit later. Because of the traffic down there with foot traffic. And people feel comfortable. There's things to look at. There's always someone friendly to talk to. There's lots of conversation that go on in Phoebus about everything. And so it's just a fun place to come, and people come back. They find us sometimes when they're stopped in traffic on the interstate. They get off and they say, wow, what's this little place?
Right, they cut through and they go,
Hey,
wait,
what is this?
maybe I should stop and have dinner.
Right, because I think the
drinks,
GPS has changed too, because I've seen a lot of people where they used to just go down Mallory Street, now are cutting through Hope, and so.
Which is sort of nice because people get exposed to it.
Absolutely.
Might not. Now, you guys have a couple of new businesses. I know Six closed and
Yes.
and is now being operated by the folks who own the Barking Dog
Exactly.
and
Dead
Dead Rise
Rise.
as El Diablo, which is lovely, by
It
the
is
way.
lovely. I was there last night, as a matter of
It's
fact.
a different environment. It's a much more casual
Very much so.
setting, but the food was wonderful, I thought.
It was delicious, and if you're an adult beverage person, the peach margarita is now out. Apparently, that just changed from the strawberry to the
okay.
Which is the summer one.
to the
Yeah, I was gonna
peach.
say,
And
because people have
so-
been talking.
That was
so I
tasty.
could stay up on Hampton news. I was forced, to have one, just to test it out.
Oh, I know. Twist your arm.
That's right.
So
and
that's
you said
delicious.
there was a new gallery.
Yes, the Elixir Sensory Art Gallery is open. Juliana Saar has opened something very unique to our area. It's all about nature and the geometric sense of place and the shapes and the look. And it's all about art, but art can be more than something that you look at. Art can be
That's a
something
great
that you
concept. I
taste.
can't wait to
and
see that.
she's working with doing paint classes. She's doing little classes with some of the homeschool children are coming in and doing art with her. So she's very energetic and a real unique experience to go in her place. So there's lots going on.
Well, I think, the history of Phoebus is interesting as a separate town, as sort of little Chicago during the Prohibition.
I was going to say, it has its, everybody
it's
talks about it.
colorful.
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
a colorful place. And a lot during redevelopment days in the 60s and 70s, little downtowns were bulldozed and rebuilt. And a lot of Hampton's downtown isn't authentic. A lot of those old buildings are gone. And Phoebus, just lining that street, some of them aren't quite the same time period, but it's an authentic experience. And it does feel probably like it was, okay, maybe not during Prohibition, but right after.
But they
whatever.
have kept the buildings there. They haven't torn
Yeah.
them all down and put up the new modern. People have fixed up the old buildings. And actually, down where Smith's Floral Gift was, they're refurbishing the old Christmas house.
Oh, good.
And
Do we know what that's going to be, or are we
Yes,
allowed to
that's
say yet?
I believe it's Sly Clyde cider. It's going to be, as opposed to a brewery, it's going to be a cider. It's a ciderist.
Oh, yay!
It's Tim Smith and his family from our Hayden Smith and Ann Dupe are in there just
that's
redoing the house to be the
wonderful.
tasting room. They're looking towards the fall to come in.
Maybe they'll be there in time for your fall
We would
festival.
really love it. They'll be out on the street on the 22nd talking about what they're doing, and they're bringing that house
good.
back to its turn of the century. So,
yeah,
very,
we've been watching
very
it on
excited.
Facebook, all the progress.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She takes pictures, all of the ceilings that they're saving and all the things that they're doing. So we're
that's neat.
extremely excited about that. And then the Dinghy Dock is still working. The city is putting they got the growing shoreline is sheared up now, I understand. Their plantings are all set. And so the Dinghy Dock should be coming this summer.
Okay, so tell people what a dinghy dock is. That's, for us non-boaters,
Apparently, that's where when the boats are parked out.
when you have a real big
big
boat,
have a
boat,
large
a real boat, yeah.
And they bring in the smaller boats to just come ashore. That gives them somewhere to launch the lines and tie up, and then they can come into town and get their wares of what they need.
Right. We're looking. We're actually looking for a nice bike sponsor for rent-a-bikes down there. One of our large banks. That would be lovely if they
what a
would.
good idea.
If they would step up. I know the city's talking about that, so that when you get off your dinghy, you get on a bike. You can go to the grocery store. You can go eat. You can do whatever you need to do, and you can go.
That is a good grocery store. Because no offense, I know downtown wants a grocery store, but if you're docked downtown, you've got a ways to go
to get
before you
fresh
can get to
produce
that.
and stuff.
Over on Kickotan. But the Phoebus Farm Fresh is really
It's very
not
convenient.
a bad little trip.
And then of course you can go over to Fort Monroe at the same time. There's places. There's two restaurants
and
out
boaters
there.
like that.
They do.
It is very expensive to bike as for a boat. And so a lot of people look for the local things to do. You know, I see boaters pull up at the Bark and Dog, which is my neighborhood all the time. So pulling up in Phoebus would be great too.
Very excited about that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to recap for just a second in case anybody missed the date and time and place.
Okay, it's downtown Phoebus on Mellon Street. It's April 22nd. From 10 to 5, and you can visit us to keep updates on our Facebook page too.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you. I look forward to it. I'm actually going to be out of town this time, unfortunately, but I will catch you guys again in the fall.
Excellent.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
Thank
Robin.
you.
And thank you for watching. I hope you will go. It's a great festival. I've been almost every year, and you'll have a wonderful time. Check out the new businesses and restaurants that are there. Enjoy the vendors, enjoy the wonderful music, and enjoy that small town feel of Phoebus. Thanks for watching.